it's Jayan Lopez from BlackGirlGamers. We're here at the red carpet of the LA premiere of Dungeons and Dragons Honor Amongst Thieves, which is a new cinematic release coming out on March 31st. And we're going to talk to some stars, so let's go. It's been an honor to meet you because I've just watched the movie a couple days ago and I loved you as Doric the Druid. So good. You have played D&D before, right? So how excited were you when you found out you're going to play Doric?
Oh, it was fantastic. I mean, I love playing the game, and I kind of feel like I had an ulterior motive doing this because it's like I'm not only like a person who acts but it's also like I played this game before and I want this to do well and I'm gonna be a part of this thing, so I'm trying to do the best I can to make this movie great, and I think they did such a good job. The writing was amazing, it was super funny, and I feel like this was a right way of portraying this.
Justice! BlackGirlGamers in the house, what you know about us? Hey!
You're English?
Yes, I am. Well, I'm going to talk to you about your accent because
no.
that was a great accent.
Oh, thanks.
It was really good.
Okay, I can breathe now.
Where did you learn your, like, how did you practice that? Did you watch Top Boy?
No. That's very funny though. No, I did accents when I was a kid, and I think I watched a lot of like Harry Potter and stuff. So I mean I've seen people do the accent for so long, it just existed somewhere within me, and I had a dialect coach to keep me honest. But that's why I wanted to do the film, because I was like, I know I can do this accent.
It was so good.
Thanks.
Like, it was better than I've heard other people do. So kudos to you. But yeah, we've seen you in Detective Pikachu, which was obviously gaming IP, and now we're seeing you in Dungeons and Dragons, which is another massive gaming IP. How much are you in love with the gaming fandom and like gaming IP coming to cinema?
I mean, a big fan apparently. I also did a video game called The Quarry. I acted in that too.
Oh my gosh, I
so I mean, games have always been a really big part of my life.
Right now.
You are? Yeah. Don't kill me. You
trying.
killed me?
Sorry.
Oh no! You know how hard it is to kill my character?
I know.
That's
so
crazy.
It was an accident.
Okay, I forgive you. But yeah, games have been such a big part of my life since I was a kid. I've been playing video games, and I still to this day play. I was just playing video games this morning. That's so crazy.
Right. That's what we love to hear.
Yes.
We love to hear it.
It's the way I decompress.
Yes.
It's just so much fun. I've never lost that spirit, that childhood spirit to be entertained in that way.
Right.
Play games. I'm very competitive, and I don't know. It always has a special place in my heart. So I'm happy I get to do movies for games.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot coming out. There's a lot coming out in the movies and TV, so it's really encouraging to see. We have a whole community of black women who've gone to see the movie all across the US, and you are one of the fan favorite characters. So I love that. Yeah, definitely.
That's so sweet.
I'm so excited about the movie. It's so good. I saw it last night.
Okay.
And we've been sending members of our community all over the US to go and see the movie. I think it's really important, though, to see what does this movie mean to people who have not grown up with D&D? So what would you want them to know?
I think the thing is, if you haven't grown up with D&D, you're just here for a good time.
Right.
And you're going to get a good time. And when you're done, you're going to go, I should find out more about D&D. But the truth is, this is just a great adventure. It's a great story. It's got so much heart. You fall in love with the characters. It's got humor for days. And the action scenes, I think you've never seen before. They're very inventive. They put anything that anyone else is doing in action, give them a run for their money, if not put them to shame, in my opinion.
I agree. I loved the dragon scene. I don't want to give up too much, but that was amazing. How long have you been interested in D&D?
My involvement with D&D really started with this film.
Really?
I was not a D&D player growing up. I did not know much about D&D growing up, but that is not inconsistent with my time at Marvel, where I was for 14 years, and I was not really a Marvel follower before that. So I think one of the things I'm really, helpful at in terms of making stuff is like figuring out what makes fandoms tick, trying to understand it, trying to be really respectful, trying to do the homework, really dig in, figure it out, and then deliver something that can work for the fandom and hopefully work just as well for people who know nothing.
That really came across on screen, 100%. As someone who is a gamer but also isn't that well involved in the D&D world but is very familiar with it, it still was such an enjoyable movie. Hey Chris, how are you? This is BlackGirlGamers. How are you?
I'm really good. How are you?
I'm great, and it's good to see you in the movie playing Edgin the Bard. You've been in Wonder Woman for the comic geeks, you've been in Star Trek for the sci-fi geeks, and now you're in Dungeons and Dragons for the gaming geeks. How does it feel to be in the gaming side of things?
Good. I mean, to me, a story is a story is a story. So, I if it appeals to me and appeals to my sensibilities, I go for it. This one really worked for me because it was earnest and heartfelt, and it had what I thought was really good messaging about, family and working together, and it felt like just a poppy 80s film, and I just loved it.
We are here with John and Johnathan, the directors of the movie. It's an amazing movie. I saw it a couple of days ago. Such a huge fan because I'm a gamer. This is BlackGirlGamers. We've been sending our members of the community all across the US to go and enjoy the movie, and it's just been positive ever since. So I just want to know, this is the first D&D movie since the direct-to-DVD release recently. What do you want really big super fans of D&D to know about this movie?
What do we want them to know? I think that what we want is to really show that this captures the spirit of playing the game. The fact that you're having a lot of fun, the fact that you're always pivoting, the fact that your best laid plans can go wrong, much to the chagrin of your DM. So I think it gives someone something for everyone that plays the game, but also people that have absolutely no idea what a dungeon or a dragon is.
Yeah, I think it does that in the best way. And what about the fans who don't know the game? What do you think you want them to take home from this movie?
We made it so that you don't have to do any reading before you come into it. You know, everything is self-explanatory. The fans will recognize a lot of stuff, but that doesn't mean the non-fans need to know those things to enjoy it, because it's about a group of relatable characters going through an adventure.
Reggae, BlackGirlGamers right here. Nice to see you.
That's a familiar accent.
Yes, we're from London. Yeah, so are you.
Yeah.
Do you like the weather? Anyway, that's not my first question. You're so close.
If I were a stricter dungeon
So
master,
close.
I'd be done.
Right, exactly. So you play Zenk, and Zenk's character ages slowly more than other people. Is that the Dungeons and Dragons way of saying black don't crack?
I think it's the Dungeons and Dragons way of saying absolutely anything is possible at any
Right.
given time. If you want there to be magic in the world, there can be magic in the world, and you're as young or as old as you feel or as you decide to play it.
That was a very diplomatic answer. One more
I
question.
think it was a poetic answer.
Okay, thanks so much. May I quickly test your D&D preferences? So for instance, if I said to you, would you rather be a sorcerer or a paladin, which one would you say? A sorcerer or a paladin? A sorcerer or a paladin? Which one would you be?
Reggae is a paladin. He's funny, but I think a sorcerer sounds cooler.
I would play a paladin. I'm very specific in my beliefs, and I stick to them.
Paladin. A paladin is so fun because you kind of also have that physical attribute to it.
Sorcerer,
Okay, why?
because I like magic.
Sorcerer, I want to have fun with the magic a little bit more than being so holier than thou as a paladin.
I would be a paladin because they all look like rege-jean.
I love that. Druid or wizard?
Druid.
Ooh, I would say a wizard because I would like to have all the spells.
Being a wild shape also is super fun, and also fun to play, as a character in a movie.
Druid.
Okay, why? That's not magic?
I know. Okay, well, here's the difference between wizards and sorcerers. Wizards are studied. They study magic.
Right.
Sorcerers are born with magic.
Doric's a druid.
Right.
The tail kind of freaks me out, so sorcerer.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Would you rather be stuck in a gelatinous cube or fight an owlbear?
Ooh.
Oh, I would rather fight an owlbear.
Fight an owl bear. Gelatinous cube, there's not really much you can do, and it's also kind of a slow death.
Gosh, hard choices. I guess gelatinous cube. Slowly burned to death.
Why?
Because maybe if I'm playing a bard, I can be charming enough to maybe use some charisma to slow it down. The gelatinous cube, I got nothing.
That's true, you're stuck.
You're stuck.
And you're burning.
It's over.
It's done.
It's done. You can run. You can climb a tree, maybe.
Right.
I mean, there may be some options with an owlbear.
Yeah. Last question, would you rather have a great sword or spells?
I would rather use spells.
Okay, reason why?
Because I feel like there's a little more variety there, and also swords sound heavy.
Spells.
Swords are cool, but spells, I feel like you could do more with spells.
Yeah, more powerful, more useful. More
Swords are
utility.
kind of obvious.
Great sword. I also always wanted to wield a sword. It's just a personal thing.
I love that. Amazing. And there you have it. That is the LA premiere of Dungeons and Dragons, which comes out on March 31st. So make sure you go and check it out. I'm Jay from BlackGirlGamers.